She loved her fans. She always made time for them. She wasn't the kind of person that only loves you while I'm on stage, She loved them all the time.
You sent in your videotape to Fanatic. You were chosen. Now meet your inspiration.
I was watching this TV show, and it was about, meeting your favorite stars. So I decided to send in a tape, and I get to meet Whitney Houston. Now, the cool thing about this was the producers told me that Whitney Houston chose me herself. So I was like, oh my goodness, this is the best thing that could ever happen. And on top of it, Whitney wants to meet me too. Before I even got to the set where Whitney Houston was waiting for me, I could hear her laughing. Whitney gave me so much love from the very beginning. Oh my God!
Oh my God!
I'm so verklempt!
Verklempt! Oh! I'm loving it. Use that word again.
Verklempt!
Verklempt!
Oh my!
We love that word.
Oh, Whitney, please give me love.
Give you much love.
Oh,
Got it, darling.
During the interview, she made me feel so comfortable. In television, anybody know in television, if they see this means to wrap it up. Well, when I was sitting with Whitney, I could see at the corner of my eye one of the producers doing that. And I immediately was like, oh my God, Whitney, I am so sorry for taking so much of your time. She was like, you are fine. You just sit right there. And she gave like one of her Whitney looks, like, excuse me, to somebody. And immediately all the pressure went away.
I'm just saying that you really elevated my confidence level as being a black woman.
I'm so glad.
Because you are doing things and you are doing them well.
Thank you, baby.
And I want to just
appreciate you.
Oh,
I
thank
do.
you.
I appreciate you.
Bye.
Love you, darling. You are the best. Thanks for coming.
Thank you for
Thanks for
being
letting
here.
me know you.
After Fanatic, the next time I got a chance to see Whitney Houston was My Love Is Your Love tour. She kicked it off in Chicago, and her people gave me tickets. Shout out to Lynn Volkman for them tickets. I also got like backstage passes. So I was at the show, enjoyed the show, went backstage. When Whitney finally got to me, I was immediately excited all over again, like I had never met her, and I was like, oh my God, Whitney, I was in the back. You couldn't see me. I was back there, and you were on the stage, but you couldn't. And she was like, oh, I couldn't see you because you were back, but you're here. It was crazy. It was just energy and just love. She gave me like the biggest hug. Oh my God, Whitney Houston gives the best hugs. I said, did you get my stuff? Because I had sent her like a little picture of her and I in a frame, and a thank you note for meeting me on Fanatic. And she was like, yes, I got all of your stuff. Your stuff is all over my house. Every time you send something to Lynn, Lynn gives it to me. I was just tripping out. My stuff was in Whitney's house? What? So then, I wanted to get my picture with her before I left. And as I was waiting, I was with one of Whitney's staff, her personal secretary, Lori. And Lori told me, you know what? Your picture is in Whitney's living room. And I was like, you are lying. And she was like, well, I got to lie to you. And then I thought about it. She's right. Why did she? Once her publicist saw Whitney's reaction toward me, because I don't think she told Whitney that I was coming or anything. She just gave me tickets. She took me to the front of the line to take a picture. She's like, come with me. And so I got to butt all the photographers and get my picture with Whitney. And when I saw Whitney, it was like we had never even seen each other with the amount of love that she gave again. And she's like, I want Quencie to be the president of my fan club. She used a term of endearment that really shocked me. I'm not going to share it, but let me just say, I had never been so happy to be called that word in my whole life. Just that I could be just a fan who loved her music like the millions of other people, but she took me into her heart when I met her. That meant more to me than anything. I've been so fortunate and privileged to get to see Whitney Houston from time to time throughout the years. But the last time I got to see Whitney was at the Kelly Price pre-Grammy party. We weren't even going, but at the last minute, we got credentials to go, and we really didn't even know if Whitney was going to walk the red carpet when she came. But lo and behold, Whitney shows up. She walks the red carpet, but she actually stopped for me and gave me the biggest hug ever. You know, she's like, what are you doing here? I'm like, to see you. And not only did I get a chance to see her again, I got to get one last Whitney hug. I mean, I really feel like it was a gift from God.
Studio Q Show.